Welcome back to Breadcrumbs for Life, where simple steps bring real results. This is Frances, and I'm so excited to be here today to talk about relationships. Gosh, I could talk forever about them, especially from my own mistakes, but that's another story for another day. I want to talk about people that are in our lives that seem to drain us. They're in a constant state of woe is me. They walk around like the characters you see on cartoons or shows that are just dragging around, just in a constant state of, why is this happening to me? Or as my kids say and younger people say, I'm not going to say the words, but FML, we probably know what that means. But there's a lot of people out there that feel that way. And because there's so many people that feel that way, there's some that are close to us, maybe a friend or a relative who never quite sees the sun. Every problem, even the smallest, feels massive to them. And every time we check in, we end up carrying more of their weight than our own weight. And it's tough because we do love them and we do want to be there for them and we do want to show up. But here's what I've learned through my own relationships and my own exhaustion is we can care deeply without getting swallowed by someone else's struggles. We can listen, but we don't have to lose ourselves. We can show compassion, but we don't have to be their emotional landfill. And we can stay present without being dragged into the pit. One thing that helps is simply to pause when the pity party starts. Take a breath and remind ourselves that their mood does not have to become ours. And we could even ask some questions to steer their conversation and say, what's one thing that's going okay for you right now? Or what's something that's brought you joy today? Sometimes they'll go there with you, but sometimes they won't. They may even hang up on you, who knows. But either way, you've done your part, and it's okay to change the subject or gracefully wrap up the call if it starts to weigh you down. Because being a loving person doesn't mean being endlessly drained. So here's some things to practice this week. Be present, but don't get absorbed. Offer kindness, but keep your boundaries. Boundaries are so important to know what you're going to allow and what you're not going to allow in conversations and in your life. And remind yourself it's not your job to fix everything. You can still love people and protect your own peace. And that's how relationships stay healthy. Having those boundaries, protecting your own peace, even when life feels a little heavy. And the tiny breadcrumb for today is to offer empathy, but guard your peace. Offer empathy, but guard your peace. That's how you can keep loving them and still having energy left to love yourself. Until tomorrow, leave a breadcrumb and make a difference. This is Frances.